Hi, this is Phil Fry, Director of Business and Finance for the Sun Prairie Area School District, giving the school board and the public a report on the Cobleson bus contract. We're looking to extend the contract for 5 years, so that would be years 24, 25 through 28, 29. I don't think I need to tell anyone how important busing is to our district. We bus on a daily basis, almost 5,000 students. With about 50 to 75, actually 75 bus drivers going throughout the district between special ed and regular ed. First interaction that kids have on the morning with the bus driver and probably the last adult interaction is before they head home. So busing is very important and transportation is. We've had a successful relationship with Covisan. We've been with Covisan for the last 18 years. We've bid out the contract a couple times, at least during that period, and the last was in 2018. Again, we're looking to extend their contract for 5 years. The reason for that is quite a few. One is there's been a real small market for bus drivers out there, and Cobeson has done a good job of making sure our bus routes are covered by bus drivers. But we did put some information in the report saying how hard it is for all contractors in school districts to find bus drivers. Other reasons are, again, we've had a good relationship with Cobeson over the years. Not perfect, but definitely a good relationship. We also have been approached by Cobeson to ask for a longer term contract. The reason for that is, and they can speak to this, they'll be hopefully at the meeting, but a long-term contract helps them when they're getting loans and stuff for buses. It's just more financial stability for their company. There's also a real lack of competition when you talk about bus contractors, and we've seen other districts go out for bid. And actually, the bids, very few bids come in at all. And if they do come in, even with the current contractor, they can be increased dramatically. So we're fearful of that right now. This also locks us in, for so to speak, for the next 5 years with Cobeson, and that's a major provider to our district, and that would bring stability to the district. With that, we would recommend that when the next bus contract is open or opens up, which would be for 28, 29, that contract would be bid out at that time. Actually, I think that'd be for the 29, 30 year, if I have that right, but during the school year 28, 29. So a few changes, not really too many changes to the contract, but one, we continue to use the CPI index to give Cobeson their increase. The difference will be we'll use the increase as of December each year instead of July. The reason we do that is we do it in July like we do currently. We're not sure when we're building our budget what that increase is going to be, and we don't know till July. December will help both Cobeson out in their planning and definitely the school district out in our budget planning. For December 23, the CPI was 3.4%. We will also recommend that because over the last 4 or 5 years, we've at sometimes given a little bit less than inflation. And to make up for that is a 2.6% increase to make up for that inflation adjustment. So for 24, 25, the total increase would be 6%. Then for the 4 remaining years, it would be CPI. And that again, CPI, we have our current language says the minimum increase is 2%, maximum increase is 6%. Really, other than that, there's a few minor housekeeping changes in the contract, not noteworthy. Again, I'm hoping to have Cobeson at the meeting. I haven't confirmed that yet as of Tuesday, but that's our goal. Financially, I've said many times that busing is our largest expense in the district outside of salary and benefits. So for busing, we spend about $5 million a year with Cobeson on regular and special ed. And then if you add in summer school, athletics, and shuttles and things like that, we're probably pushing 5.5, almost $6 million. So on that report, just to go over the attachments, the current contract is attachment 1. We're still working on finishing up the addendum, but we'll have that to the school board. Will be attachment 2. So on behalf of the superintendents, I'm recommending that we approve the bus contract as shown. Really, we'll say attachment 1 and attachment 2. Attachment 2, again, is the addendum that we're adding to the contract. So as always, if you have any questions, please reach out, give me a call ahead of time would be great. If not, I'll see you at the school board meeting on March 11th. Thank you.